You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not fall. Yeah. Let's start seated, comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. And just gently roll the shoulders back and down just to release any tension that you just might be holding. Ah, take a nice deep breath out and just soften through the belly. Just relax the spine a little bit. Let the head just drop down. And then you can start to breathe in and just gently open up the spine once more to come to that nice tall seat. Flip the palms over. Take a Jan Mudra gently with the thumb and the index finger connecting. Other three fingers are outstretched. Soften through the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Relax through the face. Find that steady, even breath in and out of the nostrils. As you begin to find the rhythm of the breath, nothing is forced, there's no effort. They are nice and comfortable and easy. Start to bring yourself into the present moment, letting go of the past and of the future. Only being here with yourself. Nothing to do, nothing to think about. And bring the awareness into how you're feeling. Emotionally, mentally, and of course, physically before our asana practice today. And listen to the answers and just take note of those. And in our practice today, we're going to continue our theme of the 8 limbs of yoga from the Yoga Sutras by Patanjali. I'm going to focus on a couple of these limbs today, which is Santosha, or contentment, acceptance, satisfaction, being fulfilled, and the other being tapas. Tapas being a discipline or a commitment or a devotion. We always want more. We always seem to be offered more. You know, advertisements come to us all the time on social media, on the TV and magazines, and constantly trying to sell us more, sell us a better body, sell us a better TV, sell us this, sell us that. But having that contentment about ourselves, where we are at in our lives at the moment, where we are with our practice at the moment. But then tapas is a little bit of discipline and commitment and a devotion. So not taking the easy option, but making sure that you put the work in. So just think about those two niyamas, the internal disciplines, the internal observances. Acceptance and commitment. Nice and gently extend the fingers out fully, releasing the mudra, pulling the thumb away from the index finger, uncurling all fingers. Start to stretch the hands out, pulling the thumbs away from the hands and the little fingers towards one another. Keep breathing as you find that stretch into the hands. And then we're going to take a nice exhale as you curl the fingers in, softening into the hands, and then just bringing the thumb over the top of the knuckle. And you can rest the back of the hands down onto the knees here. And then inhaling, extending fingers, opening out. So your exhale is that curling in into a fist or mushti mudra. And then inhaling, extending, expansive into the fingers. Exhaling, curling in. Inhaling, stretching it out. And this will come back into our practice a few times today, this curling in as you breathe out, and that expansive and expressiveness as you breathe in. And just take one last breath in and out. Relaxing that mushti mudra down on the thighs. Softening out the fingers, giving them a little wiggle, little shake. Circle into the wrists, circle into the elbows and the shoulders. And then lift the arms up, interlace the fingers, press up nice and high. Big stretch down the sides of the body here, all the way from the hips up towards the wrists. And just rock left and right here. So keep lifted in the side body, nice, right and left. Release the hands forward, pull the belly back, push the knuckles away, exhaling there. And then inhaling, reaching the arms back behind you, fingertips face forward, lifting up the chest. Again, finding these inhales and exhales, bringing yourself back into the center, and let's swing the legs around behind us into our tabletop. Placing the wrists underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers here. We've just worked into all of those fingers. So really, really spread the finger furthest away from the thumb. And just soften into the feet here. We're going to curl the toes under into our cat and cows. So tucking the toes, pushing back through the heels as you come into that cow. And then releasing, rounding, curling as you come into cat. So tucking toes, inhaling, cow, exhaling, releasing to the tops of the feet, pressing into tops of the feet and the shins there. Good. Just find that mobility through the spine. Again, acceptance of where your body is today. My spine feels particularly tight. Nice and slowly, we're going to pull back into that child's pose from there. So pulling hips back, rounding through the spine, getting the belly all the way down to the thighs, and then lift up, inhale, reach the fingers away, and see if you get extra reach there as the head comes down towards the mat. Take a moment, just settle. Breathing deep and reminding yourself of Santosha, contentment, acceptance, fulfilment on the mat, within yourself, and that tapas, that discipline, commitment, and devotion to practice.
Inhale, lift back up into tabletop. This is where we're going to start to introduce the breath with those pulls in. So inhale, extend left arm, right leg out. Exhale, pull knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. 4 on this side. On the 4th one, we take it back into a sunbird. Reach left arm back and around to take hold of the right foot. Lift the knee, lift the thigh, push the foot into the hand, and then push into the right palm and the left shin, left foot. Those are your things that are grounding you to the earth. Lift the chest, look forward. Nice and slowly release, and then take the hips back again once more into child's pose. Lift up, inhale, get the belly free of the thighs. Exhale, reach a little bit more. Take a moment to rest into the wrists. And lifting up back into tabletop, this time right arm, left leg. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pulling it in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull in. 4th time, pulling it in. And then everything sweeps around. Press through left palm, right foot, right shin. Lift the chest, lift the knee. Nice. And slowly take it down. Let's tuck the toes. Pedal out through your downward facing dog, keeping nice bent knees there. Start to feel release into the toes, tops of the feet, ankles, Achilles, calves. Then exhaling, releasing both heels together, pressing chest back towards the thighs. Strong palms. Spread the fingers, dig into all of the pads of the palms and all of the fingertips. Maybe introduce Hasta Bandha, that seal underneath the hand. Nice and slowly look forward to the hands and walk the feet in. Come all the way to the front of your mat. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip width. So making sure the toes are facing forward, just rock forwards and backwards here. If you like, and you've got 2 blocks handy, you can have those in front of you to put the hands on, or you might just have the fingertips down. Make sure that the knees don't tend to rock in towards one another here. So make sure that you're engaging the inner thigh muscles, keeping those knees nice and strong out to the side. Exhale, get the belly free, just as we did in those child's poses. Let the head relax. Take hold of the elbows, sway from side to side. Keep those inner thighs engaged, pushing knees out towards the side. Once you've released into the spine, the head and the neck, let your body hang in a dangle and start to then lengthen up through the legs, exhaling. And then inhale, lengthen into your half lift. Exhale, fold, keeping belly, chest towards the thighs. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold into the dangle. Inhale, half lift. You can keep those legs straight or bent in that half lift. I'm keeping them bent for the moment. Exhale. And inhale. Again, choosing the options, straight or bent legs. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting. Nice and slowly, bend the knees, relax the body, and slowly pull navel back towards the spine as you roll up to stand. Roll the shoulders back and down, come into that mountain pose, bringing toes to touch. Heels are slightly turned out. Lift the weight out of the heels so we're not too back weighted here. You feel lightness in the back of the heels, back of the legs. You're pulling up through the back of the legs and drawing navel in towards the spine. Shoulders are nicely relaxed in your mountain pose of Tadasana. We're going to come through rounds of sun salutations here. Again, finding the breath, bringing the hands in towards the heart center. And think about kind of increasing the fire on each round. So the first one is a nice steady warm up. The second one, you're changing gear, putting it into second or into third. And then the third round, we're coming into fifth or our sixth gear. So we take a breath in and out. Inhale, lift up into your salute. Exhale, melt and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, right leg. Place the knee down. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Toe can be tucked or released at the back there. Lower the hands down. We're going to step back as you breathe in into your high or low plank. Again, choosing knees down option. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 breaths there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, lift the right leg up and back behind you. Nice 3-legged dog. Stretch it away and then bring it through. Place the foot into your nice low crescent lunge for your inhale breath. And the exhale, close it all in into the fold. Inhale, straight lift, up to stand, no half lift there. And exhale, hands come back into the heart center. Inhale, lift up, salute. Exhale, melt and fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, bend, fold, step back left. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Next inhale, lifting left into your 3-legged dog. And the exhale pulls the knee all the way in, places the foot through. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, lift. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, front of the mat, into the fold. And then inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands into the heart. So that was your first and your second gear. We're going to ramp it up a little bit quicker. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, step back, high or low lunge. This time as you inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga or up dogs. Knees, chin, chest, cobras. Always an option as you start to create a little bit more heat. This time we go straight into the leg lift. Right leg lifts on your inhale. Bring it through.
Inhale, lift into the crescent lunge. Beautiful, nice. Place the hands, exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift into your salute. And exhale, hands back into the heart. Inhale, lift, salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, step back. Left leg, inhale, low or high lunge. Hands come down, step back. Breathe in, plank, lowering chaturangas or your up dogs. Knees, chin, chest of cobra, of course. Back to down dog on your exhale. Inhale, lift left leg. Bring it through and lifting up. Gets the heart rate going. Hands come down, exhaling, fold. Inhale, lift. The last round is your increased fire. I'm just going to call the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Absolute. Exhale. Samastiti. Last round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Samastiti. Hands come to the heart. Feel the thumbs resting against your increased heart rate. Slow, steady breaths. Release the hands down to mountain pose. And we're just going to settle the heart rate. We're going to step back with your left leg into your warrior one position. So extending the leg back, finding warrior one, thinking about the position of your front foot with your back foot here. If you like, you can wiggle that foot out a little bit, or the heels can, of course, be in alignment. Start to drop the hips forward, bending into the front knee, and start to square the chest and the hips off to the front, ground through the back heel, lifting the arms up into your warrior one position. Hands might come together above the head here. Bending, finding warrior one. I'm going to release the hands back behind us, interlace the fingers. Remember which finger goes on top. Open chest and shoulders as you press the knuckles down the back thigh, bend a little deeper. Humble warrior coming up. Releasing the chest forward, getting that right elbow, right shoulder, towards the right knee. Bending into front, right knee. Lifting the arms up above the head if it feels good to do so. They might stay down by the back. From here, release the hands at the base of the back. We're going to turn onto the toes of your back leg. This is where those blocks that were left in front of you come in handy. If you haven't got them, grab them now.
Fingertips onto the blocks. We're going to step forward into your warrior three. Right leg stabilizes, left leg lifts. Good. So remember that mudra we were doing at the beginning with the breath? This is it. Exhale, curl everything in. And inhale, push out. We're going to do this 3 times. Exhale. Pull it in. Inhale. Push it out. And last time, pull it all in. Chest to knee. Keep that foot nice and high if you can at the back there. And extend it out. Stay in your warrior three position and release from the blocks. You can bring the hands into the heart space, or you might take them out into airplane style. Try not to take them too high. In line with shoulders. Nice and slowly, we're going to bring ourselves all the way up to stand. And we're going to place that left foot over the front knee. Take the knee out to the side. So we've gone from a closed to an open hip posture. Hands come into the heart center here. Start to come into your standing pigeon. Exhaling. Now you're going to release into this right back hip, right buttock. Chest stays nice and lifted. Hands might come to the knees. Hands might come to the blocks. Good. Bending deep, making sure that left foot is nicely flexed. And nice and slowly, we're going to bring ourselves back up to stand and release the left leg down to Tadasana. Good. Well done. So in there, we're working through the glutes as we pull in, and then we hopefully have a little bit of a release into those gluteal muscles as we come into that standing pigeon. Let's go. Other side. Right leg steps back. Warrior one. So it's warrior one, humble warrior, warrior three, standing pigeon. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Bending into the front knee. Grounding through your back heel. So this is different to a lunge. Lunges are on the tips of the toes. Ground through the back foot, strong back leg. Arms might be together here. Release the hands back behind you. Change the interlace here with the opposite finger on top. Open the chest. Release the shoulders. Press the knuckles down the back. Look to the sky, then release the chest forward, getting that left shoulder somewhere close to the left knee. Lifting arms up above the head if it feels good. Dropping into left knee, grounding through back right foot. Nice and slowly release the hands at the back, and they come forward onto the blocks as you turn onto your back toes. Step it forward into your warrior three position. Exhale, pull everything in. Oh, it's much harder on this side. Extend it out on the inhale breath. Exhale, curl it in. Remember that mudra we did at the start. So the exhale is the fold. Inhale, stretch it back. That's your last time. Find the balance. See if you can take the hands off in that warrior three position, turning those toes downwards towards the mat. Straight or bent front leg, nice and slowly. We're going to pull ourselves up to stand and bring that leg in front of the left thigh. Flexing into your right foot. Nice and slowly start to take the bend into the left knee. My ankles are clicking and cracking everywhere today. So maybe, again, you come down, keeping the chest nice and lifted, long spine. Hands might come to the blocks. Keep a flexion into that right foot. Good. Drop the hips back behind you. Yeah. Nice. Stay and hold and breathe, releasing tightness, tension to that right outer hip and right buttock. And press through the standing leg. Come up to stand and release the right foot down.
Well done. Hands come down into your Tadasana and just find that standing balance on 2 feet. So nice when we come to 2 feet, isn't it? Take the blocks to one side. Just going to come down to the mat. So inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, swan dive, melt and fold. You can have a flat back with straight or bent legs. Inhale, half lift here. Slow this all down. Exhale, hands down, step back right, step back left. Find your high plank. Lower the knees should you need to. Breathe here for 1 moment. Spread the fingers, thumbs coming towards one another, little fingers out towards the edges of the mat, pushing back through the heels. Now lower the knees, keep the toes tucked, lower the chest and chin all the way down to the thumbs and stay in that position. Elbows tuck in towards the rib cage, chin is resting down on the mat, chest is resting, toes are tucked. Nice and slowly lower all the way to the mat, release the feet. Roll the shoulders, tuck the elbows in towards the midline, come into cobra and hold. Don't have to come too high there. Just make sure the arms aren't fanning out to the sides, but they are pulling in and back. Slowly release. Push back through tabletop plank into your downward facing dog. Some deep breaths there. Hopefully your down dog feels much more flexible, easy. I'm going to slow this down now for some seated work. Bringing the knees down to the mat. You can use your blocks here. We're going to come into dragon, then pigeon, then wide-legged forward fold. Bringing right leg forward, you can place the foot to the front of the mat or you can wing it out to the side. Or if you like, winging it out so that it's on the outer edge of your right foot. Dropping hips deep, deep, deep. Staying upright for a moment, pulling navel in towards the spine as you drop both hips, pelvis level together. Maybe you come down onto the forearms. Again, blocks fill space between us and the mat. And they have 3 heights. If you are bringing the forearms down to the mat, try and drop the right shoulder just as much as the left is down. And keep lifting up the left hip. From here, bring the fingertips back and then start to wiggle the right foot across the mat. This is where we're going to come into pigeon. So if you don't do a prone pigeon, you can come to seated pigeon. Dropping through your right knee and coming into an upright position. Again, using blocks to fill space between you and the mat on that right buttock. Pull navel into spine, nice and slowly exhale. Again, going where you feel most content. Dropping through left hip flexor towards the mat, making sure that right foot is a little bit active, it's not sickling. Trying to release as much tightness and tension anywhere that you're holding into the body, also into the glutes. Soften through gravitational pulls here. Nice and slowly, bring the hands in front of you to push yourself back up into that upright position. Choice here is to stay, or you might release left arm back. And again, you can just open out the chest. Again, trying to roll that left hip flexor down, maybe taking the back foot Pulling heel in towards the body. Good. Nice and slowly, let it float down. Nice, easy transition. Careful here. We're going to go into your wide-legged seated fold from here. So turning sideways onto your mat. Nice. Good. Again, using the blocks should you need to. Start to fold from the hips, keeping a nice flat back. Chest is long. We press the chest towards the mat rather than cave it in. Toes up towards the sky, coming down to wherever, again, feels most comfortable. We always want to feel something, but we never want to put ourselves into a place of injury or pain. Lift the chest just a little bit, lengthen the spine a little bit more. Good. Breathe into those tight areas you might be feeling. Place the hands down and lift the chest to come back upright. Take the hands to the knees, lift the legs in towards one another, and give the legs a big squeeze here as you come over the belly to the thighs. Press the knees together. Big exhale breath. And then inhale, straighten the legs out in front of you, and hands come back behind you into a back bend. Oh, I'm getting poked in the head by a leaf. Draw those elbows in towards one another. Beautiful, lovely back bend there. Lift the sternum nice and slowly. Bring it back. And let's spin the legs around and come back onto the mat. For the left side, I'm going to turn around so that I can still be facing you when we come into that wide-legged forward fold. So left leg comes forward for dragon or lizard. Again, choosing the option of the foot facing forward out to the side. Start to sink hips. Begin to feel the weight of the pelvis, pulling navel back to spine. Keeping upright for a moment, and then choosing the options that we went through before of coming down onto the forearms and using blocks to fill the space, making sure left shoulder drops just as much as the right does, but the right hip isn't dropping any more than the left. That's it, perfect. Lovely, lovely, long, grounding, relaxing lizards. If you imagine those Komodo dragons like walking through the forest, that's how I imagine a lizard pose. And they're always ready to strike, aren't they? Strike for their prey. So the crown of the head reaches forward. Nice and slowly. Start to come out. Fingertips come back onto the mat. Lifting up the chest, trying to bring the shoulders back. Nice. And then wiggle that left foot across. You can heel toe it all the way across. Try to keep that nice flexion into that left foot and then dropping that left knee down. This is my worst pigeon side ever. Dropping right hip down, and that foot doesn't have to be square to the mat. It can be back towards the groin here. Sitting upright once more, taking that time to drop the weight into the hips, rolling that right hip flexor this time downwards, and then coming into your sleeping variation if you want. Again, using blocks to fill space. This pigeon for me feels super tight. Again, we're content with what we have. Santosha, we accept that one side might feel a little bit better and more flexible than the other. We have our tapas, our commitment and dedication to our practice. We are devoted to finding balance. Nice and slowly, start to lift the chest, walk the hands back towards the body as you come upright. Again, choosing these options, you can stay here in that upright position, or you might sweep the right arm back. Try and roll that right hip flexor down, reach, reach, reach. And if it's accessible and possible, try to get it on the fleshy part of the thigh rather than the kneecap, and then start to draw that heel in. So you're extending that thigh back behind you, dropping and rolling that right hip flexor forward. Exactly there. Yeah, pulling that heel in. Oh, my goodness, I am tight. And release and relax. And this is where you can start to come into your wide leg once more. Extending the legs out. Second time around, I hope you get even more flexibility. Start to fold from the chest, fold from the hips. Nice flat back. Good. Chest leads. Hands come down to the blocks or to the mat. Toes point up towards the sky. Either pointed or flexed or relaxed, but they're not rolling inwards. Good. Long, long spine. Pulling sit bones back. Ooh. Exhaling. Slowly bringing yourself back upright. Bring the shoulders back up in line with the hips. Sit nice and tall, and then just bend the knees. Lift the legs back in towards one another. We're going to repeat that same move. Press the knees together. Squeeze the body over. Exhaling. And then extending the legs out in front of you. Hands come back, little back bend. Lift, lift, lift the sternum. Look to the sky. And then exhale. Good. Swing the legs around to the front of your mat and let us roll down all the way onto the mat, onto our backs. Draw the knees in, exhale there, pull them nice and tight. And then just massage through the spine, relax into the head, the face, the neck, the shoulder blades. And then extend both legs up towards the sky, dropping pelvis, dropping hips. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, pull them in, knees to chest. And inhale, extend both legs. Keep the right leg. Hello. Oh, hi. Where have you been? Right knee stays in towards the chest. The left leg can stay bent or extended along the mat. Wesley came to say hi. He's been outside. So here we're going to do what we did kind of in those warrior threes. So you can use a strap if you have one handy, but don't worry about it. You can hold the back of the calf or the back of the thigh here. The leg is relaxed, so relax the foot and the ankle. And you're going to pull the thigh in towards the chest and then extend from the back of the knee. Pull the thigh in towards the chest and extend from the back of the knee. Pull the thigh in towards the chest and extend from the back of the knee. Last time, thigh down, dropping there, trying to keep the knee where it is and extending the lower leg only. Holding, 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 and breathing. Working into the back of the leg here, into the hamstrings. It also releases into the spine. So try and remain relaxed through the rest of the body, not holding any tension. From here, we bend the right knee, bend the left knee, place the left foot down, crossing over right foot. Reclined pigeon this time. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the thigh, flexing into the right foot, pulling that left knee towards the chest. Try and relax through the face and the neck here. If the chin is pulling up a little bit, maybe place a block to fill the space underneath the head. And if you like, extending that left leg up towards the sky. You're going to pull those toes back towards the head. So again, you get this standing pigeon effect that we did. Nice and slowly release the left foot, release the hands, keep the right foot where it is. We're going to roll over onto our right thigh, keep the right foot hooked over the left thigh and pull that left knee down. Both shoulder blades are nicely planted. Exhaling, sinking into the left hip flexor stretch, left thigh stretch. Roll everything back into the center. Release the right foot. Take the feet nice and wide. Bring the hands back down by the body and drop the knees together for a little rest, little pause in constructive rest. As we move to the left, find that contentment that you're accepting of right and left imbalances and differences. Heel toe the feet in together, knees in towards the chest. Roll and massage out. Extend the legs straight up to the sky. And then bend both knees in. Extend both legs. And bend both knees in. Exhaling there. Inhaling as you lift. Keeping right knee bent. Left leg bent, knee into chest, right leg either bent or straight along the mat. Coming into the other side, pull the knee in towards the chest and then interlace the fingers behind the back of the thigh. Exhaling and inhaling, releasing only from the back of the knee. So uncurling the lower part of the leg only. You might notice some tremors. You might have gone a little bit too far. And then holding on that last one, making sure you're pulling the right leg downwards, pulling the thigh, pulling the knee down of that extended right leg as you extend the left. Try and relax all parts of the body here. And then bend at the knee, flex the left foot, cross it over the right knee. Coming into your reclined pigeon, interlacing the fingers behind the back of the thigh. Draw the right knee towards the chest. Soften through face and neck. Notice where the target area feels for you. Try and soften, release, and relax, and let go of that tension and tightness rather than grip and hold on to it. Remember, aparigraha, that over gripping, over holding on. Now extending the right leg up towards the sky, flexing into the feet, pulling those toes back towards the head. So the tailbone lengthens. We're not lifting up the buttocks. Tailbone pulls down towards the mat. You're pulling those toes towards you. And release right foot down. Release the hands. Let the left knee and thigh roll it over to the left. Keeping that left foot on the right knee. Pulling so you get a little bit of a stretch there through that right quad, right hip flexor, right psoas and the right side of the body, the right intercostals. Dropping left knee deeper, deeper, deeper. Heaviness of that leg pulls the right knee down. Roll everything back into the center. Place the foot, release the left, take them nice and wide. Hands come back by the side of the body, all connecting onto the belly. Knees drop together, soften everything there. Notice if you are gripping, tensing, holding on to anything. Reminding yourself of Santosha, that contentment, fulfilment, acceptance of where you are at the moment. Heel toe, feet into parallel. Draw knees in towards the chest. Lift the head and the neck up. Big squeeze. Big, tight, 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 tight ball. Exhale. And then inhale. Extend the legs all the way out into Shavasana. Preparing for final relaxation. So making yourself comfortable. Spreading shoulders, hands come out to the side of you, making yourself warm, supporting yourself with props, bolsters underneath the knees. So just tense up the toes, screw the toes all in tight, 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 and then exhale and let them go. Screw the hands into that fist once more, and then let it go. Do both toes and hands together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Fists and curled toes. And let it go. Squeeze the face. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Crunch up the face. And let it go. Now squeeze feet, hands, and face. And let it go. And let's find a nice place to reward ourselves in this final relaxation in Shavasana. Give yourself that body scan all the way from the crown of the head right down to the feet, softening each and every part as you travel. Checking in with how you now feel. And I'll let you have a few minutes of silence. I'll let you know when it's time to come back around. Beginning to take a few deeper breaths as you just bring your awareness back into your surroundings, onto the mat, and back into the body. Start by wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, moving ankles, moving wrists, moving head, and then taking a nice deep breath in, lifting the arms up above the head. Big, big stretch. Stretch the toes, stretch the body, stretch the face. Big open mouth. And release everything in, knees to chest. Exhale, roll out through the spine. Open up into the hips there. Notice how those hip joints and the glutes and the buttocks now feel. And roll over to one side. Gently press yourself back up to seated. Coming into seated position. Sukhasana, easy pose. Hands into the chest. Anjali Mudra, sitting nice and tall, just checking in, asking yourself now, all right, how do I feel after my practice? Mentally, emotionally, and of course physically after an asana practice. Prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for your day ahead, reminding yourself of contentment and devotion off the mat, and always thanking yourself, your body and your breath as I thank you. Namaste.